everyone. So we're gonna go ahead and do episode 2. So I'll just put the pictures right here. Wheel of Time. Let's get going. Alright, the first one is for the non-spoiler, so I'm just gonna put non-spoiler up. My just overall enjoyment, I think it's about what it was for the first episode. I'm gonna go ahead and say 8 for enjoyment. Book accuracy is still pretty bad. I guess I'll say a 5. I think I said 4 last time, so 5 this time. The cold opening was pretty bad. It was not anything fun and different like the Dark Friend social like we had in season 1. It was just continuing the story, and I really disliked that. So I wish they had come up with something a little bit more creative for the cold open this time. Anticipation for the next episode is still very high. I'm excited to see where they're going. I'm excited to continue on still, so 9. And then finally, the improvement for last season I think is a little higher other than the cold open. I put as a 7. So I think this episode was slightly better than episode 1. I was really disappointed by episode 1, but I think this one was slightly better. Alright, let's go ahead with spoilers. So if you haven't read up to probably Shadow Rising, and if you haven't watched the episode, don't watch this. Okay. So like I did with episode 1, I'm gonna go ahead and do blah, we'll see, and then thank you. So blah, first of all, is still Leandrin. Last time it was a specific scene. This time, just in general, all of the stuff with Leandrin was trying to show her in a better light, I feel like. So her taking care of this man, who I guess was her son, first of all, not book accurate. Second of all, I really don't want to sympathize with Leandrin. I want to hate her with all the glorious hate of her being Black Aja. So I really disliked this part. Let's see. My computer is going a little slow. Next is also from from episode 1, excuse me, is Lan and Moraine bitching at each other. I'm still really not a fan. Not liking their little childish go back and forth. It looks like, I guess this is spoilers for later in the series, so skip ahead a little if you haven't read to, oh gosh, what book is it though? Maybe Path of Daggers? I don't, no, wait, no, it should be Fires of Heaven then. I can't remember, I'm sorry. But skip ahead, when she's talking at the very end and it looks like Alana's gonna take the ward, they're just like speeding up Alana taking the ward, and I really didn't like that. Like, what's the rush? Like, they can be together for a little bit, okay? The next blah is here with Rand being an orderly. I think I get what they're saying, like, because it's like a mental ward and he's going to go crazy, they like wanted to put that in there together, but I still didn't really like it. I like seeing the actor just generally playing. He's a very good actor, but I just didn't like, and I didn't see why it was necessary. I also don't really get why Logain is in a mental ward, but the next one is the cold open. I get what they're trying to go for. I really like the dream in general, because I believe that dream is from the book. I can't remember, but the dream is from the book. But I didn't like that the cold open wasn't different from the episode. So a lot of times the cold opens have been like related to the episode but not the same story. So for example, Blood Snow or the Dark Friend Social, like something that's kind of to the side. And it's kind of similar to my problem with Robert Jordan, how Robert Jordan has a problem with the prologues, like not really, there's not a point to his prologues being prologues. So it just kind of makes me laugh that this cold open has the same problem that Robert Jordan had with the prologue. So maybe that's accurate to the books. I don't know. I guess. So yeah, I didn't like the cold open. All right, next is We'll See. So We'll See is the 90s testing. I'm very, very excited to see it. It's part of why I put anticipation for the next episode being so high. It's one of my favorite parts of the books, of any of the books, is 90s testing. So I'm very, very excited, and I like that they ended it. I wish that this little segment of her going was actually at the end of the episode. They did Logain as like the what's up next, but I think she going into the arches is a little bit more, oh my gosh, what's coming next? The next we'll see is the Logain thing. I am interested to see what they do with Logain. Where I am in the books, not a ton has happened, so please don't spoil. By the way, I'm in Winter's Heart, so please don't spoil past Winter's Heart. I haven't seen Logain a ton, but I'm really interested to see. I just am a little nervous. If Logain's gonna have this conversation with Rand, I'm hoping they don't spoil anything from much later down the road. And I just don't think that's really fair. Like, I'm very far. I'm in Winter's Heart. That's like the 9th out of 14 books. So I hope they don't spoil anything in this conversation for like later books. It's making me nervous. All right, the next we'll see is Rand and Lanfear or Selene. I mean, I like the actress now better than I did before. When I just saw pictures of her, I didn't really like her look. I like it now. I think her personality comes through very well. I really like the actress. I really like how she's acting, and I think it's very apropos to Selene. And I like that they're actually sleeping together. But it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. You always know that they could do something terrible or do something awesome with it. All right, next. Finally, thank you. So thank you part is, first of all, Matt. Obviously, his personality is awesome. I'm loving him. I'm loving the new actor. This part where he's like, it's so hilarious. I love it so much. That is very Matt. So he got his personality down perfectly. Then the next is very related, is just all the stuff with Min and him. I loved. It's not in the book. I don't care. They're hilarious together. They're perfect together. I was a little disappointed that Leandrin had a part in it, that it seems like, but yeah, I'm loving it. It's so fun. All right, the next thank you is this conversation, which is actually from The Great Hunt, where they're having a conversation about how they met, which is put in more detail from New Spring. I really liked it. I'm so glad that they didn't just drop it. It was just with the two of them. I don't care if it's with other people. I think it's more fun that way. So I really, really like this. It was probably the only positive Lan and Moraine together moment in this episode for me. Next was just Elaine in general. She's not my favorite character in the books, but I think this actress has done a great job. I think this actress is doing really, really well. She's equal parts sweet and snooty at the same time. So I'm liking her. I think she's really, really good. I'm excited to see what she does with this one. I think Elaine might be improved. My thoughts of book Elaine might be improved by this character having more fun with the character. So if I think of her more as show Elaine, it might help me with book Elaine, because I'm in winter, sorry, if you know, you know. Book Lane's not my favorite right now. All right, and then another positive about Moraine. Don't forget, I really like Rosamund Pike, so this is my positive for just Moraine. The Moraine Varen conversation is kind of accurate to book Moraine Varen's swan conversation about the dragon, where Varen wants to be part of all the action, and she kind of figures out Moraine's deal, and I really, really did like it. It was the first time I was like, I believe that's Varen, was this conversation. So this one I actually really did like. And then finally, I think this is the last one. Oh no, it's not. Okay. I did like this scene with the um with the Fade all strung up by Fane. It was um adequately scary. Thank you so much. Even though Rand's not there, very it's showing that there are little elements of horror like sprinkled into the Wheel of Time. It's not YA, it's not just your fun little adventure. There are like these little horrific elements, and Pan and Fane is often in that mix of horror. The next one is just the general feel of Kyrian. I think that they got spot on. So just this picture where it's like the front is all poor and the back is all beautiful and fancy. I like the Chinese feel. I really, really like it a lot. That is included also with some of these costumes. You see this one with the cute umbrella that she's holding with her gloves. And this dress in the background is very Kyrian in my brain. So yeah, I think that they did really well with just Kyrian in general. And then I have so many thank yous. Apparently I like this episode better than I thought. The next one is these weaves. They look great. You can see it's an accepted because she has rainbows on her collars, and you can see the weaves are very intricate, and you can see that they're colored. So I just really like the weaves, and I like Nynaeve's I don't like that Leandra brought Nynaeve here as like some kind of manipulation, but I like that Nynaeve gets to see healing, and it's kind of her beginning of her journey to the yellow. And then the final one, here's the final one, is here Loyal. Loyal fighting was amazing. They say like don't anger an Ogier, and everyone's always questioning that until Loyal's mad, and then people understand why that's a saying. So yeah, not as bad as episode 1. I'm still pretty cautious though, but obviously I'm going to continue. I'm going to film episode 3 soon. Hopefully be out Tuesday, I'm not sure. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!